Hi, welcome to our time together. You can go ahead. We're going to go on our backs. Getting comfortable there. All right. Allow your legs to come all the way down. Kind of taking a brief rest, allowing the palms to be faced up or down. Starting off our time together, really grounding and rooting ourselves onto the mat. Begin to connect to your breath, noticing the inhale and noticing the exhale. Letting go of your to-do list. Letting go of what comes before, after, and during our time together. Allowing the mind to clear all the clutter. And referencing the breath when the mind wants to wander. Giving the breath the point of focus and attention. If thoughts begin to come into your mind, notice them, but let them go on their way. No resisting, no force, just acknowledging and observing and returning your mind back to the breath. Think of those thoughts as visitors. You can allow them to stay, or you can pay attention to your breath. Noticing if there's any tension around the eye area. Noticing if there's any tension around the forehead. And if you're noticing any tension in these areas, maybe the jaw, the upper back, when you're breathing in, inhaling fresh, clean oxygen as if it's going to those locations. And then on the exhale, allow those muscles to relax, exhaling anything that does not serve you. Just taking a moment here to recognize, is the breath hot? Is the breath cold? Is it shaky? Is it smooth? Releasing any gripping, any tension. We'll breathe together. So on an inhale, great big inhale, inhaling all the way up to the count of 4, you're going to pause and hold. And then we're going to exhale to the count of 4. So really elongating that exhale. Conscious breath work. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Pause and hold. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Pause and hold. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Pause and hold. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Returning to your normal breath pattern, whatever that means for you today. Maybe you want to continue the long inhales and long exhales. And now just noticing how you are attached to the mat at this moment. There's points where the mat and you are touching, and that is due to gravity. Recognizing gravity is there to support you. Without gravity, you wouldn't be able to stand up. So acknowledging that at any moment, at any time, this feeling of security, rootedness, groundedness, you can always come back to. And a great big inhale, inhaling fresh, clean oxygen. And exhale, it can be audible. Inhale, fresh, clean oxygen. And exhale can be audible. One more time, great big deep inhale. And if you'd like, make it an audible exhale. Letting go of your day. Now, for those folks, it's an invitation here that want to set an intention. Intention could be a thought, a word, a prayer, a goal, question, something that you're mulling over. It could really be anything. It's a point of reference for your mind. Something that's on your mind that you're trying to work through, or just you want to instill in your consciousness, or a prayer that you would like answered. If you'd like to set one of these, bringing your hands to heart center. Inhaling a great big breath. Inhaling that intention to set it in. And exhale, sealing that intention. Allow the hands to return to your sides. Palms can face up or down. And go ahead. If your eyes are closed, you can slowly return back into the room. Hello again. Okay, let's go ahead and bring our legs into our chest. And allowing the hands to come around. If you'd like, just rocking it side to side, just allowing movement to come into the body. All right. Maybe you go forwards and back, creating circles. What you do one way, you want to do the other. So if you do circles one way, go ahead and do circles the opposite direction as well. And once you do that, coming into stillness, let's extend the legs all the way back out. Stretching them. Allow the hands to come over your head, stretching them. Biceps are to your ears. Full body stretch. Taking your upper body to the right side, not moving the hips or the legs, just the upper body. And exhale back to center. And inhale, taking it to the opposite side. Exhaling. Inhale back into center. Great. Allow the hands to come to your sides. Feet can now come back to center. Let's take the left arm or the right arm, bring it across your body. Take the left arm and interlacing it. So just giving that right shoulder a nice little stretch, nothing forced. And the thumb is going to face up. So you're giving a thumbs up. And inhale back to center. Left arm going across the right, as if it's going across the right side. Right arm's going to come up, threading the needle. And now giving that left shoulder a nice stretch. Again, nothing forced. And back into center. Taking that left leg, bringing it up. So the sole of the foot is going to come across. Taking the right leg, bringing that up and interlacing. So what we just did with the arms, kind of doing it with the legs. Avoiding the vulnerable area, so avoiding the knee, avoiding the ankle. And interlacing the left leg here. Breathing in and breathing out. The left sole of the foot coming down, allowing the right sole to come down as well. Same thing, opposite side. Left leg coming across the right. Avoiding the knee, avoiding the ankle, allowing that thigh to come in closer to the chest and interlacing the leg. Connecting to your breath. And exhale, right foot's going to come down, left foot's going to meet it. Awesome. Keeping the legs right here, I'm going to go ahead and take the left leg and allow that left leg to go fully extend as if it's walking on the ceiling. So the foot's engaged, the leg is active, and your right leg is there to support you. You can actually, if you'd like to deepen this a little bit, allow the arms to come around that leg. So your core really should be engaged here. It really should be working that core as well as the extended leg. Bringing the hands around the thigh if you would like, pulling in the thigh as well as pushing out with the leg. This is just an invitation because we're really focusing on the core area here. Breathing here. We're going to hold it longer than you'd expect. So if you'd like, you need to take a break, you're welcome to do so. Connecting to the breath. Exhale, allowing that left foot to come down and meet the right. Same thing, opposite side this time. Go ahead, engage the core. Extend the right leg up this time. So leg is going to be active, foot is going to be flexed. The left leg is grounded, rooted, and secure on the mat. Your spine is grounded, rooted, and secure, and it's supported by the engaged core. Hands can remain at your side, but if you did have the hands interlaced on the left, try to do it on the right. What you do to one side, you want to do to the other. You don't want your body to be wonky. Remembering to breathe here. Connecting to the breath, engaging that core. Again, if you want to take a break, this is causing any kind of discomfort, go ahead and do so. Exhale, allowing that foot to come down. Great. This time, we're going to go ahead, allow, if you'd like, you can allow the palms to come facing down. It might be there to support you. We're going to go ahead and allow the feet to extend all the way out. Foot flexed, leg active, bringing them up as if both legs are walking on the ceiling this time. So legs are strong and active, feet are flexed, core is undoubtedly engaged. Connecting to your breath, breathing here. Let's take the right foot, allow as if that right foot's going down almost to touch the mat, bringing it back up. Left foot coming down almost to touch the mat, bringing it back up. Notice that core, connect to the breath. And go ahead, bring the legs in towards your chest. Interlacing the fingertips if you would like, and just rocking side to side again. Give you an idea of where we're going. We're starting off here, and we're going to end here as well. Bringing it a full circle today. Hands coming to your sides. Go ahead and allow the feet, the soles of the feet, to come onto the mat. And this time, going into bridge. Normally we do this at the end, but today we're going to just do a little bit of a warm-up as well. So nothing strenuous here. In fact, if you have a block nearby, maybe you want to put it near you, and you can put that underneath your sacrum when we lift up. So pushing the ground away with the soles of the feet, energetically pulling in the thighs, allowing the body to lift up naturally. Right here's where you could take a block, place it right underneath your sacrum. The sacrum is right about where those hips are, the back of the hips are. Do what feels comfortable for your body and what is safe and secure as well. So if you'd like, and you're working your way in the wheel, you can come up a little bit higher, taking the hands. Of course, don't do this if you are not in a safe area. And you can interlace them as well, lifting up just a bit more onto the shoulders. Core is engaged, legs are active. Exhale, calming back down, just warming our bodies up. Great big inhale and great big exhale. One more before we come into a seated position. We're going to go ahead and go into boat pose. So lifting up the core. So this is really just from right here, lifting up the core and extending the legs out. Connecting to the breath, arms will be fully extended out. Palms can face up or down. There's no right or wrong. And in fact, if you would like to straighten the legs, you're welcome to do so. You can also keep them bent. You could also keep them closer to the ground if you're working your way up. So do what's best for you, find a modification that works for you and that is safe. Breathing here, connecting to the breath. Exhale, allowing the body to come down gently. Full body stretch, arms overhead, legs extending all the way out. We'll do that one more time. And arms coming back to your sides. And if you'd like to make things a little bit easier for you, you can start by having the legs bent. We're going to go back into boat pose. If you want to make it a little bit more difficult, you can keep them extended out. Palms can face up or down, lifting up that core and coming up into boat. Breathing here. Connecting to that breath. And extending back down, all the way down, extending the arms overhead, full body stretch. All right, great. Hands coming back to your sides, bringing the legs up into your chest. We are going to rock. So just continue to rock until you come all the way up. So you rock yourself all the way up. Do it as many times as it takes you. It might take you once, it might take you 3 times. Do it as gracefully as possible, coming up into an easy seated position. I'm going to turn around to face you, but you can face the front of your mat, as we will just be in an easy seated position. All right, finding a cross-legged position that works best for you today. Making sure that you're evenly distributed, your weight is evenly distributed on both sides. And on an inhale, lifting the arms all the way up overhead. Gaze can follow. Exhale, hands coming to your side, chin coming into chest. Inhale, gaze all the way up, hands can follow. Exhale, returning back to center. One more time, great big inhale all the way up. Exhale, we're going to take it to the right, taking that right hand down, left hand coming across, giving that nice stretch on the side there. And if you'd like to walk it out, you're more than welcome to do so, making sure that that left hip is still grounded, rooted, and secure. So the weight should be evenly distributed on both sides. Connecting to your breath. And inhale back to center. Arm's going to lift back up. Left hand coming down to the left side, right arm coming across. Again, you can walk it out a little bit more if you'd like to deepen it, but keeping the weight evenly distributed. And keeping in mind what you did on the right side, you want to do it on the left, staying in balance. Connecting to your breath. Inhale back up. And just go ahead, exhale, allow yourself to come forward. Inhale, let's go ahead and lift back up, switching the cross in your legs. We're going to repeat what we just did with the opposite cross. Inhale, arms lifting all the way up, gaze can follow. Exhale, chin coming into chest, arms coming back down to your side. And right here, you could engage that core, making sure, because when you gauge that core, you notice, is the spine strong, straight, and secure? Is your back being properly supported? Maybe even lifting up through the chest as well. Inhale, arms lifting all the way back up. Exhale, chin coming back into chest, arms down. Inhale, lifting all the way up. Exhale, let's take it to the left side this time. Left hand coming down, right hand stretching across, gaze going up. Making sure that right hip is secure to the mat. Breathing here. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, right hand coming down, left hand coming across. Checking in, is that left hip staying planted? Is the weight evenly distributed? Breathing here. Exhale, returning back to center. And we folded forward the one way, so let's go ahead and stretch forward. Connecting to your breath. And inhale, walking the hands back into center. Allowing the soles of the feet to come and meet one another. From here, the legs can actually be further away if that's more comfortable for you. They can be closer together if that's where you are in your practice. You can stay just like this, engage the core, soften the heart, maybe even allow the shoulders to drop back and down. Or if you would like, you can inch your way forward, allowing yourself to fold into it, opening up those hips. Probably aren't going to open up too wide right now. We're just getting warm. Breathing here. Inhale, walking the hands up, coming back to an easy seated position. Great. Going ahead and extending the legs all the way out in front of you. Allowing the back, the spine to become straight, engaging the core. Hands can be at your side, so the fingertips are facing out towards the feet. So the legs are active, the feet are flexed, the hands are at your side, core is engaged. Probably can shortly, if you're doing all of that, you can probably feel it. And if you looked at someone, you say they're not active at all, and you are engaged. Breathing here. And exhale, allowing, releasing the activation there. Okay. Go ahead and take the left foot and bring it over. Take the right foot and bring it over the left. Allow that foot to become strong, rooted, and secure. Opposite hand, right hand coming across behind about 6 inches from the right hip. Left hand, you can go ahead and bend it, so cactus or at 90, and allow avoiding the vulnerable areas, avoiding the actual knee and the elbow, but allowing yourself to get a nice little subtle twist. Maybe you walk the right hand out a little bit more, deepening it. Both hips should be firmly planted on the mat. Inhale. Exhale, returning back to center. Switching it up. Right foot's going to come back down. Long, active leg. Straight foot, engaged. Left foot's going to come across the right. And the left foot is going to be strong, rooted, planted. Left hand coming about 6 inches behind the left hip. Noticing, are both hips evenly distributed with weight? Cactusing the right hand, bringing it across, avoiding the elbow and the knee, and allowing yourself to get a nice twist here. Breathing here, connecting to that breath. And exhale, returning back to center. Let's go ahead and bring the soles of the feet in to meet one another once more. Again, further away, closer to the body, whatever works for you today. And inhale, coming down. And exhale. Should feel a little bit warmer. This is probably a little bit deeper than the first time. All right, inhaling, coming back up, working our way to tabletop position. So in tabletop, hips are going to be in line with the knee. So about hip width distance apart, legs are at 90. Your hands firmly planted. So you can lift up the fingertips. Your palms are firmly planted on the mat. Your shoulder width distance apart. The wrist is in line with the elbow is in line with the shoulder. The inside crevice of your arm should actually be facing one another. So oftentimes the body wants to allow it to go facing front, but for tabletop position, they should actually be facing one another. Bodies in alignment. Checking in there, is the weight evenly distributed? All right. Inhaling, allowing the chin to lift up and allowing the back to create kind of a U shape. Should be coming from the center of the stomach. Exhale, chin coming into chest again, as if there's a string like in the center, allowing that to be lifted up. Inhale, chin lifts up into cow, face comes forward. Exhale, chin to chest, reversing. Inhale, chin lifting into cow. Exhale, chin coming to chest for cat. One more round. Inhale. Exhale. Coming back into stillness, neutral tabletop. And let's go ahead and drop back into child's pose. Taking a great big inhale here and exhale. Right hand coming to the right side, left hand coming next to it, giving yourself a subtle twist here. Stretching out that left side. So both hips should be planted. One's not taking more than the other. Exhale back to center. Inhale, taking it to the left side this time. Connecting to your breath. And exhale back into center. One more time. Let's go to the right side. Come to allow that left hand to come near it, or it could even come on top of it. Breathing here, folding onto the right side. Exhale back to center. Left side one more time. Right hand can come next to it, or it can go on top of it. Maybe you start noticing one side is a little bit tighter than the other. And back to center. Awesome job. Taking a moment here for child's pose. At any moment, at any time during your yoga practice, you're always welcome to come to child's pose. Great big inhale. Child's pose. You can think on your meditation. You can return back to your breath, or you can just take a mental time out or physical time out. Nothing wrong with that. And on an inhale, we're going to come back to table. All right. Checking in with the body, making sure that the legs are hip width distance apart and that the shoulders are shoulder width distance apart. And checking in with your spine. Is your core engaged? If your core is not engaged, you're likely dipping down a little bit, like so. When you engage that core, your body automatically becomes supported once more. All right, awesome. Extending the left arm all the way out. Again, noticing that core engagement. Noticing is the weight evenly distributed. Exhale, left hand coming back down. Right hand, extending the right hand all the way out. engaging that core. Exhale, bring it back to center. Left leg, extending the left leg all the way out. So this time, checking in here. Foot's active, leg is active. So that foot flex, leg active. Engaging that core. There should be a straight line from your ankle all the way up to the knee, all the way up to the hip, all the way up that spine and out the crown of your head. See a line? Great. Left leg's coming down. Right leg, fully extend that right leg back, engaging that core. Similar here. Checking in, leg active, foot flex. My guard dog. Exhale, bring it back to center. Come here, baby. Come here. Okay. All right. Getting comfy here. Lifting those toes all the way up. So your flex toes. Go ahead and lift all the way up the mat, giving yourself a nice core stretch. Breathing here, taking a moment. All right, you should start to feel it a little bit now. And slowly lowering down. Untucking those toes. Back into neutral tabletop. Extending the left arm all the way out. Extending that back leg all the way out. So one straight line this time. Make sure that core is engaged. From the top of the fingertips, down the arm, down the spine, all the way out of the foot, one straight line. Connecting to your breath, foot active. Exhale, back to center. Great. Extending the right hand all the way out in front of you. Extending the back left leg all the way behind you. Again, engaging that core. Sometimes it does help, at least for me, to touch my stomach. I'm like, is it? Okay, it's there. It's engaged. So all the way down that right arm, all the way down that strong back, all the way out the leg. Exhale, bring it back down to center. Okay, so we're going to go ahead once more, tucking those back toes, lifting the back legs, just engaging the core. Strong, strong, strong. Exhale, bring it back down, untucking the toes. And taking the right arm, extending it all the way out in front of you. And bring it underneath the left. Left arm can extend all the way out as well. Connecting to your breath. Bringing the left hand in front of your face, lifting all the way up. Right hand extends out, coming back down. Get repositioned for neutral tabletop. Left hand extends all the way out. Interlacing it, allowing it to come down, allowing the shoulder to come down. Right hand can be extended out as well. Breathing here. Exhale, bring that hand in front of the face. Allow that left hand to come out and left hand to return down. Tucking those toes, we're going to go ahead and coming back onto our toes, pushing all the way back. You probably will be at the back of your mat. That's perfectly all right. Doing a great big inhale all the way up, lifting all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift with a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lifting all the way up, arms overhead. These can go up if you would like. Exhale, swan diving back down. Inhale, halfway lift with a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Once more, great big inhale all the way up. Exhale, forward fold, hands coming down. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lifting all the way up. And exhale, hand are going to come to heart center. All right, so let's go ahead and get in a mountain pose for a moment. So, and in fact, if you have a block nearby, just so that I haven't done this in a while, haven't done mountain pose before or in a little bit of time, engaging the feet. So looking down at the feet, making fists with your hands and checking in. About hip width distance apart would be two of your fists. So here, the feet are going to be flexed, obviously. The legs are going to be active. If you want to make sure, if you're not feeling, are my legs active or not, taking a block, placing it in between your thighs here, and then you can definitely feel your thighs are energetically being pulled in. So similar to bridge pose, where the energetically thighs are getting pulled in, having the block in between your legs here, you're holding the block up. You have to engage them. They have to be energetically pulling in. So the legs are going to be active. And what that also does is it immediately engages the core. So you can feel that. Softening the heart or broadening across the chest here. And your hands can be down at your sides. So the hands are actually out, extending out. So the arms are actually somewhat active. And you can just take a moment here when your core is engaged, when your legs are active, your arms are active. You stand here long enough, you will feel it. Similar to staff pose that we did earlier, sitting down. Taking a moment here, noticing how that feels. Mountain pose, really grounded, rooted, and secure on the earth, on your mat. Great big inhale. And exhale. If you have the block, go ahead and remove it. But that feeling that you had in mountain pose, keep that in mind going into tree. We'll start with the right leg. So the right foot, go ahead and lift those toes up so you can feel where the actual earth is meeting the sole of your foot. Leg is active, core is engaged, broaden across the heart, taking the left foot, allowing it to come maybe to your ankle, maybe to your shin, avoiding the knee, but maybe all the way up to the thigh. And another great trick is finding your drishti, the point of reference outside yourself, something that is not moving. It's a control. It's something that's not moving. It's immovable. You stare at it, and that helps create that balance outside yourself to become inside yourself. All right. Again, noticing, are you feeling that mountain pose? And if you'd like, you can have your hands at your side. You can have them at heart center. You can have them fully extended up. Again, whatever works for you today. Breathing here. And slowly coming out of that. Allow that foot to come gracefully down. This time, taking the left foot, thinking about mountain pose. Lifting up your toes, noticing where the sole of the foot touches the earth. Leg is active, core is engaged. Well, maybe you lift your shoulders up and back. Hands can be at your side. Right foot coming to your ankle, coming to your shin, not your knee, but maybe all the way up to the thigh. Connecting to your breath, again, finding that drishti, that unmovable reference point that you can use. Knowing that you are strong, rooted, and secure. And your hands can be at your sides, at heart center, or fully extended. Find what works best for you today. Every day is a different day. Sometimes one side is more balanced than the other. Connecting to your breath. You're doing great. And exhale, coming out of that, allowing that foot to come all the way down to the mat. Great job. Inhale, lifting all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, lifting all the way up. Exhale, swan diving down. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, we are going back to our backs. All right, so once you get onto your back, go ahead and allow those legs to come up into center and Shuffling side to side. Okay, extending the legs all the way out, extending the arms overhead, full body stretch, taking it to the right, taking it to center, taking it to the left, and back into center. All right, hands coming to your sides. Go ahead and allow the soles of the feet to come up and opening up the knees going in the opposite direction of one another. Taking a moment just to get reacclimated on our backs. All right, bringing the soles of the feet back up. Working our way immediately into boat. So when you are ready, you can go ahead, engaging that core, lifting up, holding here, connecting to your breath. Breathing through it. Palms can face up or down. In fact, maybe you think about your intention if it's something really great. And exhale slowly with control, coming back down. Arms overhead, legs can be fully extended out, full body stretch. All right, returning back to center. Allowing the knees, if you would like to, soles of the feet to come up as well. And we're going to do it again. Lifting, engaging that core. It really should be coming from the core area, not your back, not your legs, the core. And palms can face up or down, whatever you prefer. Breathing here, remembering to breathe, remembering to smile, and slowly, gracefully allowing yourself to come down, full body stretch, and back to center. Again, soles of the feet are going to come up. This time, taking the left leg as if it's about to walk on that ceiling. Leg is active, foot is flexed. You can stay just like this. Make sure that core is engaged. That's really where it should be coming from. Core is engaged, the spine is supported. And if you'd like, taking the hands, allowing them to come around the thigh. So that thigh as if it's being pulled in with the arms and the legs pushing out. Foot flex, leg active. Taking note, if you do this on this side, you want to do it on the opposite side as well. Connecting to the breath. Exhale. Foot comes down to the mat. Right leg fully extends all the way up to the sky. Taking a moment here. Leg is active, foot flex, core is engaged. Taking the fingers, if you wanted to, did it on the other side, do it to this side. Energetically pulling in the leg with the arms and pulling out the leg with the leg. So push-pull factor. If you didn't do this on the other side, don't do it on this side. Keeping your body in balance. Exhale, foot coming down. Taking a moment here. And on a inhale, lifting the legs into chest. Exhale, extending them all the way up, both legs this time. Legs are active, feet are flexed, core is strong and engaged. Breathing here. Exhale, feet are coming down onto the mat once more. All right. Palms are going to face down, pushing the ground away with the soles of the feet, energetically pulling up with the thighs. Into bridge, connecting to your breath. Core is engaged, legs are active and strong, secure and rooted. Exhale, coming back down. All right, cooling ourselves down a little bit. Bringing the legs into our chest. All right, interlacing and rocking side to side. Allowing the legs to come into stillness. Allowing them to gently come onto the left side. Arms can be cactus out or fully extended. And gaze is going to go over the right shoulder. Try to get that right shoulder closer to the mat. Beginning to relax, releasing some tension. Releasing tension in the body. Releasing tension around the eyes, around the forehead, around the jaw. Maybe around the upper back. And allow the head to come back to center. Inhale, allow the legs to come back to center. Now allow the legs to go to the right side. And the face is going to go to the left. Connecting to your breath here. Maybe thinking back on your mantra, your intention. Releasing tension around the eyes, the forehead, the jaw, the back. And just go ahead, inhale back into center. Right leg's going to go all the way out to the right side. Left leg's going all the way out to the left side. Allow the hands to come closer to the body. Palms can face up or down. Beginning to take our final form together. Slowly rolling onto your left side body, no rush. And slowly rolling up to an easy seated position. Your gaze can remain closed or softened. Bring your hands to heart center once you get here. May all beings everywhere be happy and free from suffering, and may the thoughts, words, and actions of our own lives bring about that happiness and freedom for all. Namaste. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a great week. Till next time.